Well, today I'm carving pocket spoons, pocket eating spoons, so smaller eating spoons that you can put in your pocket for hiking and whatever. So this is how it looks after axing. You can see that part of the process in another video. There'll be a link at the end of this video, so check that out too. So this is how it has to be in the end when it's carved, and this is our starting point. So I'm doing 6 today, so having a lot of practice. So let's start. I'll just want to point out about safety. Don't do these things if you're not certain what you're doing. So this is not an instructional video as such, because I pretty much just film myself working. Whatever you get from this is your own thing, whether it's just entertainment or some educational value. It's great for me. I do this for a living, so a lot of cuts when you become a pro. This is also a pro, somebody who lives from this and does it every day, thousands of spoons and so on. You really start using all kinds of cuts that are not maybe entry-level stuff, or not really what we would say safe cuts for somebody just starting out. So this is why I'm not doing really instructional videos, because I probably forgot all the entry-level cuts. So I'm doing things because I need to, with all kinds of cuts I've developed over time that help me to my hands need to be like working every day, because I just have 6 of these today, and I have to do probably more other kind of spoons after this. I gotta decorate, I gotta do with the axe, and so my hands need to work every day, and everything I do has been adapted so it's least strain on my hands. So that's fine. So let's go. Let's rock this joint. This is a tight curve, so with the tip of the knife I'm going through all the tight curves. See? And I also have to work as fast as possible, because I have a lot of orders to do, especially this time of year with Christmas coming. Everybody wants Christmas presents, So now I'm just going to the line since I was really in a hurry with axing last time, so it's not a fancy axe job. So okay, let's do the back just to clean this from the axe. You can see how it's cleaning nicely. This is wild cherry, by the way, so it carves really nicely, and it's green wood, so still moist. So this is why this is called green woodworking. So because I use green wood. Trust me, you're not gonna have fun with dry wood, carving dry wood, especially cherry or something like this. So now I'm establishing the shape of the spoon, I need to be careful here too, because we have a nice spoon, and I have this one for reference, so all 6 should be almost identical, because it's like a set. So okay, let's clean the back of the bowl. You see, it's very rough from the axe. I was in a hurry, but no problem. You always do slicing motions with the knife, both with an axe and both with a knife. Those are slicing tools. You slice, slice, slice. You see? And now it's clean. Good. Let's do this tight curve here. Also need to watch the time. I need to be very fast. Okay. If you ever cut yourself, you're not doing it right. Something is wrong, so don't cut yourself. Okay, shaping the ball. It's really important. Ball needs to have really nice shape. I mean, you want to put it in your mouth and, you know, has to be peeling, nice curves. Okay, let's clean this side. It's a tight curve, needs to be done properly. So when a spoon is thin in this dimension, it has to be thicker here, so there's enough strength, like, you know, in the spoon. So it's a simple thing, spoon, but so complex. I mean, it's a 3D object, really complex in shape, and not easy to learn how to do it properly. To have a really aesthetically pleasing spoon and also a useful one that you can really use properly. So it needs a crank, you see. And you don't want too much crank or too little. It has to be well balanced. Everything has to be, so if a spoon is well balanced, you're going to eat with it and say, oh, this is a beautiful spoon. It works well. I'm having fun just using it. Okay, this is pretty much almost to the shape of this. Oh yeah. You have to watch it when you're carving. You have to remove everything you need to remove and not a slice more. So that's dangerous stuff, you know. You can ruin a piece really fast. And then you have to go all over again. So you better do it right the first time. Okay. This is shaping up nicely. Now I'm going to do a very dangerous cut. Don't do this cut. This is not for... Why do it this way? Just developed over time. If you cut yourself here, you know, you're going to bleed out because some major veins are going here, and don't cut yourself anywhere here or here. That's going to be nasty, especially if you're in the woods out, as I do. So, you know, still, whenever I'm doing, oftentimes I hold my piece with this leg. You see, it's very complex, but when you learn how to, and like this. When I'm slicing like this, you see, never is my knife anywhere here, near here. It's like, it's going like this. I don't need to watch the knife. It can work for hours like this, and it can't go into my hand, into my leg. But if you do it wrong, it will go into your leg, so don't do it. Don't do this cut though. So I'm just showing you what I do. Because this gives me really great control from the first go. I need to be fast. I need to be really, because it's, you know, I'm doing it for a living, you know. And if you just want a hobby, just do safe cuts. You can be slower, you can be less efficient. It's all good, but be safe. Okay, let's clean it. Let's see, this is a bit too big, you see? So now we're going to reduce. They have to be all like a little set, 6 pieces. See, cutting away from myself, or if you cut towards yourself, it's like this, you see. I can never, I can do this for hours and I will never touch my skin anywhere. You know, learn how to do it properly. I think there are many entry-level videos you can watch. So, but best thing is to just learn from someone live, you know. See, this is not a cut I recommend to anyone, ever. So don't do it. Okay, just cleaning up. So the shape of the handle looks okay now. Let's do this. Now let's do the ball. I'm using this large carve wood ball. Always start from one side here. Then again, I hold it with my other hand here. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So, and also I like this larger handles, and then they give you a lot of power, you know, because I want to remove a lot of wood fast. I don't want to work for hours on one spoon, so I don't have this luxury. So it's not a hobby, but so you have to. When it was a hobby, I could work for hours on a single spoon. Now I need to do it really fast, and it needs to be better than when I worked for hours on it. So that's. I would also like to depict a bit in these videos how it is to really live from handcraft. So for most people these days it's a hobby, and it can be a great hobby, but making a living out of it is a different story. So it can be very intense. Okay, this is shaping up. Okay, that's pretty much it. Let's see compared to this. Looking good. They don't need to perfectly match, but let's do the edge now. See. I want a nice curve. Let's shape the ball a little bit more. And this is really lovely wood, wild cherry. My favorite to work with. Also smells nicely. Smells like cherry. Okay. I really don't care about school cuts, you know. With time, you have to learn. In the beginning, you have to learn the basics and basic safety, basic cuts, everything's cool, like it, and then you have to become good enough to forget everything and just to work with the flow and create. If you cut yourself, you're not doing it right. If you don't cut yourself, I mean, extremely rarely accidents will happen even if you're best at it. So if you don't cut yourself, it's all right. And of course, the end result needs to be nice. If it's ugly, I mean, whatever you're using, just I don't think it's working. And I want to remove here as much wood as possible. After this, the spoon will dry overnight, so, and then I'll do the finishing cuts the following day. And the finishing cuts, I want them to be just really thin slices. I mean, nothing more, just to make it super smooth, super have a great feeling in your mouth and so on. Especially for these eating spoons, they're really important to make them nicely finished. Let's clean up the inside now, all the way to the edge. And let's clean this a little bit. Want nice even thickness. If you leave it too thick and it dries too fast, it's going to develop cracks. So you really have to do everything right to be successful, to get a nice spoon afterwards. And today I need 6 of these, and no mistakes allowed. Okay. Okay, number 2, done. See? Number 1 and number 2, not bad. They're looking good. They work good. Nice amount of crank, perfect. Yeah, 4 more to go. And here they are, all 6 ready.